Harry Houdini died 80 years ago. To this day, he's the most famous magician in the world. He was not only a great magician, he invented a whole new type of magic called escapology, and it was always his policy to close his show with a dramatic, death-defying escape, and it was always something so unbelievably daring that no one would have the nerve to try it. Back in 1926, the year he died, he was closing his show with the water torture cell, where he was secured upside down in a glass tank filled with water. At the time, plans were underway for a new escape. He called the Table of Terror. That's the one we're going to close our show with. Quick warning, if you're easily frightened, have a weak heart, now's the time to leave. That said, it's our pleasure to close the show with the Table of Terror. 39 sharpened steel spikes that can pierce concrete yet remain sharp enough to perform delicate eye surgery. We're going to have somebody take a close look at the items that we'll be using for this. Can I borrow you for just a second? You would hold out your hand, palm up like this. I'd like you to touch the point of any of the spikes, kind of verify that they're metal, they're pointed, they're not rubber or collapsible. And then for safety reasons, if you would stand over by Bozina there. Speaking of safeties, we're going to take the safeties out right now. The spikes are a little bit over halfway. When they're all the way at the top and they're released, the load is 5,000 pounds. This is a little over halfway, but enough to give you the idea. In a moment, the spikes are going to be at the top. I'm going to be secured to the bed of this device. We have a safety rope that's going to hold the spikes in place. The safety rope is going to be lit on fire. Now, the safety rope is not an ordinary fiber rope like the type we're hoisting the spikes with. It's a coiled cloth rope made out of burlap, soaked in lighter fluid, scored with a knife. We've burned it. When we light it again, it will take 1 to 3 minutes to burn through. That's how long I'll have to make this escape. I should tell you, burning burlap is an inexact science. It has snapped prematurely in the past. Kind of funny, the earlier show today, a 10-year-old told me it would be much scarier if the spikes were dipped in poison. Come on over here a second. Yeah, right. First, we're going to have you look at the manacles. Sometimes you see these on TV. They're used by the FBI for interstate transport of prisoners. Just make sure the bar is solid, where it's welded together, doesn't come apart. The chains are welded on there. And then, if you would, we'd like you to take a look at the smaller padlocks. Make sure they operate properly, cannot be opened without the key.
Okay, thank you. And then check those little first. Thank you.
Next, we're going to look at the leg irons. These were originally developed for chain gangs in the South. Now there's use at every county jail in the country. Just pull on it, make sure everything's welded, nothing comes apart. Sometimes those are called ankle hobblers. They're the same type you'd find at home in any bedroom. Then the larger padlocks, if you can take a look at those.
Did you check this? Okay, check that. Okay, thank you. Wait for me. Well, thanks a lot for helping us. Please step down. Thank you. Give him a hand, please.